The story of the snow cemetery. Someone interviewed Nasiruddin's brother, the man who fell into a crevasse of a glacier
28 years ago and disappeared.
This brother was on the journey with him that day.
Let me tell you the rest of his story in my words.
High in the mountains of Palskoristan, where even the clouds stop to slow down and the winds float with the secret of icy sensations, a narrow rocky path winds its way up a mountain valley called Lidi towards a glacier frozen for centuries.
It was a morning in the year
1997, under the shadow of black clouds in the sky.
We two brothers were riding our horses through this deserted mountain path. The burden of time was on our shoulders and a fear in our hearts. The fear of the hidden presence of personal enemies. Our journey was filled with anxiety due to a long-standing family feud.
We were both alert, but fate had lost control of us.
When suddenly we saw a shadow in the distance, as if someone was lurking. Fear gripped our senses.
In order to avoid danger, we turned our horses towards the glacier, where the ice paths were no less than a slippery slope of death. And then, after walking some distance, there was a sudden explosion. A crevasse hidden under the snow opened its mouth.
A scream was heard, a horse's neigh emerged, and then a deep silence fell.
I jumped from my horse and touched the edge of the crevasse, but my brother Nasiruddin and his horse had already dived into the icy void. In that one moment, my brother's existence,
his cry, and his life,
everything was buried in the merciless embrace of the glacier, and only cold pieces of ice
remained in my fists.
After that, I returned home, estranged from all fear and danger. With great difficulty, I informed my family of my brother's disappearance.
Then thousands of cries, hundreds of prayers,
days of searching, but no sound came. No trace was found.
Mother's sighs, father's silence, and all of our courage were buried under the snow.
Thus time passed. The layers of snow on the accident froze, and Nazir became a vague legend.
A lost name that lived only in the stories of our village. August 1st, 2025.
Exactly 28 years later. It was an unusual summer day. Streams of water were flowing on the edge of the glacier. The mountains were no longer silent. The snow was melting. In such a situation,
a shepherd saw something unfamiliar for the first time on the edge of the crevasse.
Like a dream waking from sleep. The snow cleared and Nazir's body was found.
The same as it was on that day in 1997. The kisses of snow on his face
were like frozen sleep,
as if he could still wake up.
His clothes were intact. His body was safe in the snow. The skeleton of the horse was nearby.
When this news reached our village, I, now a silent old man with white hair,
reached there on my trembling feet.
The same place, the same crevice, where I had last called my mother's heart, which had been searching for him in Nazir's dreams for years, was smiling today with moist eyes.
Mother said, "My child is in front of me.
It seems as if you are just sleeping."
Then Mother, who had been calling him for years, let out a sob and fell silent, and Father, who had been silent for years, suddenly spoke today.
Rubbing his hand on Nazir's face,
he started muttering something,
as if trying to turn back time, and I sat on the edge of this glacier, holding my brother's fist, and could only say this: "Nazir, you have returned now, but look, how much we have all changed. Where have we gone?"
The snowy cemetery held Nazir for 3 decades,
kept him safe, kept him frozen,
and finally melted. The frozen void of 28 years in our hearts also melted badly today. Such a melting that made our throats moist,
our eyes tearful, and our faces wet.
The story is over. The pain